What up, Dokkaners? Today we're going to just put a brief little pause on the showcase videos, and instead we're going to be taking a look at the Baba Shop. We're going to be looking at the special Dragonstone number 3, and we're going to be taking a look at the blue coin shop over here. I'm going to be giving you my thoughts and opinions on which units I think you guys should be picking up with these two items. This is generally for the pay-to-play players. If you are a free-to-play player and you do have enough blue coins to buy a unit, then of course this video is also going to be for you. But I do want to mention that the special Dragonstone number 3 is definitely not free to play. It is very much pay to play. It is a shortcut to basically get one of these Dragon Ball Hero units for free, but after paying. So that is what we're going to be talking about. So let me actually switch over to the Dokkan Wiki here, because I think it'll be easier to look at over here. So before we get started, a couple of notes about this. This is an ever-expanding roster of characters. The 5 newest characters to join are the class of the Trunks from 2021. So that means next year when we're in 2024, the 2022 class will be joining this list, which means the Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breakers, the Hearts, those units will all be here. The dates, you want to be very aware of the dates. So these can only be picked up from the 91 Stone Pack. The stone sales go away on December 6th. So you have until the 6th of December to even pick up these stones. If you don't pick them up, they're gone. If you pick them up and you don't use them by the 13th of December, then they will be obsolete because they will not be able to be saved for next year. You can't hoard these jewels and save them for next year. They will be obsolete and then they will be deleted from your box 180 days later. So make sure you guys actually pick up the characters that you want as soon as possible. Hopefully this video can help you make some choices on that. So what I'm going to basically do here is I'm going to take these units and I'm going to gray them out. And I'm going to be giving you my top 3 choices 3 times. So I'm going to basically be giving you 3 different trios. Class 1, or my top picks, then my second top picks, which is the second trio, and then sort of my hot takes. My opinions may be different from you. My ideas for what's useful may be different from you. But the hope here is that I can make you guys at least aware of what some of these units bring to the table. I'm not going to be going out on like a full thesis on each unit, but I'm going to give you like a summarized version of what some of these guys can do. So let's start with the first class of characters. Also keep in mind, you can only exchange 1 stone for 1 unit. So let's just say you're missing the Trunks. You want to pick up 3 copies, you can't do that. You can only pick up 1 unit with 1 stone. You have 2 more stones to then use on other characters. So here are my first 3 picks. I've got Int Freaky Toa, I've got Physical Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, and I've got Janm Baby. Now, why on earth did I pick these characters? Well, for starters, Physical Super Saiyan 4 Vegito should go without saying, the best EZA in the entire bunch. Insanely busted, insanely powerful tank, insanely powerful support, and can actually put up some really bonkers numbers when on the right setting, on the right team. I was casually dropping 10, 11 million damage, and he doesn't even raise his attack on the supers. It's crazy. This guy's really, really, really good. If you don't have him, pick him up. Very, very good. Next, Int Freaky Toa. Let's talk about Freaky Toa. Why is she so good? So she is a fantastic support unit. All allies key plus 340%. Extra stats that can also drop occasionally if you're lucky. But what I like about this unit is that she has a high chance to dodge when HP is 50% or more. She will heal you if your health falls below 50% by 50%, and she will give for 1 turn an extreme class allies support boost by 60%, which is insane. This will happen more than you think if you are regularly using this unit or just, any teams in general on challenge events. Plus, every attack that she dodges, she gets even stronger. She gets even tankier. So if you make her a full dodge build, which is doable on an int unit, plus she's got the high chance to dodge, she can actually dodge quite a few attacks, and it has happened quite a bit for me, and I'm very satisfied with this unit and how this unit supports. So I think Freaky Toa is a good unit to pick up. She can basically be thrown on any team with that level of support. So that is why she is there. The Xeno Vegito is obviously there, and then the Janm Baby. This unit is also a dodge specialist. The reason why I like this unit a lot is because he can function outside of any Dragon Ball Heroes team. There is nothing in his passive that is reliant on heroes, which some units are guilty of being because these are kind of close-knit units, but some of these do stand out. This guy's whole spiel is dodging. 50% chance to dodge, but then every time he dodges within the turn, he gets a 12% additional dodge. So let's just say you are fighting a unit who is attacking you 8 times in slot 1. If you put this guy in slot 1, he dodges the first couple of attacks, he will pretty much dodge the rest of them. And this is very much a risk-reward sort of scenario, but more often than not, I have found myself on the winning side of that situation. This unit has gotten me out of a lot of tense situations, tense moments on transformation boost, Corroded Mind and Body, Terrifying Conquerors. I've run this unit on some of the major event missions that I've had to do, and I have not been disappointed. Of course, to have that maximum dodge situation, you want to have the 50% chance to dodge plus more dodge in your hit of potential build, which means you want to have more copies. So if you can pick up this character for the first time, you can see how he functions, you can understand. And then over time, maybe next year, if you buy these stones again, you can pick up more copies of the Janm Baby if you don't end up getting the unit from your summons. Or maybe you can also pick up this unit from the blue coin shop, because don't forget, some of these characters are also available in the blue coin shop. The oldest class of EZAs, I believe, are the only ones that are currently available there. No, it's the first two EZAs. Yeah, so it's the first two sets of EZAs that are here. So this is year 1, which Janm Baby is there. And then year 2 is Sealess all the way up to Super Saiyan 3 Xeno Goku. So all of these units are here. So if you are planning on buying one of these characters, keep in mind that if you do have enough coins, you could buy some of them from the blue coin shop instead. So, you know, maybe that can allow you to then pick up another character that you're going after instead. What's happening? Hold on, let me go over here. Go back here. All right, now let's jump back in. So that was my first class of characters, Janm Baby, Super Saiyan 4, Xeno, and the Freaky Toa. Here's my second tier characters. So we've got Tech, Supreme Kai of Time, Int, Dark Masked King, and Int Super Saiyan 4 Gohan. We'll start with the Super Saiyan 4 Gohan. This unit has a 50% damage reduction in his TUR state, and he can raise attack and defense, and his condition for getting his tankiness is by having 2 Giant Ape Power category allies on the team. So that does not even mean Dragon Ball Heroes. He does have a crossover passive that gives him more of an attack boost, but the main function for the unit is to be able to tank and stall, and he is a fantastic option when on a Giant Ape Power team. The Giant Ape Power team consists of characters like Super Saiyan 4s, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Full Power Goku if you summon for that unit, or other units of that ilk. This unit is actually very, very good on the defensive end. Both his TUR and SSR. His TUR is obviously better because he's got more stats and he can raise his defense. His SSR can't do that. And yeah, like I said, crossover is here, but only for extra attack. But if you're using him for tanking, you don't need that. And plus, I kind of want to just shed some love on the Giant Ape Power category, because we actually see a pretty substantial boost in that category's value with these new units this year. So yeah, Gohan. Next, Dark Masked King. Dark Masked King is actually surprisingly tanky and also a really, really good unit to regulate your health. 10% of the damage dealt gets recovered back as your HP, which is actually pretty good when you make him a full critical build. And his only restriction is having one other Dragon Ball Heroes category ally attacking in the same turn. Instead of having a full team of hero units, like for example Trunks, you have to have a full team of heroes units to fully develop that passive. For Dark Masked King, however, you only need 1 unit. So this is a much easier way to actually facilitate his abilities. He's got nice attack, he's got nice defense. If you give him a full critical build, the damage that he dishes out gets healed back to you, and he can hold his own defensively. He's got a lot of defense plus the guard. It's pretty good, and I think this unit is very much underrated. So major props to King Vegeta for finally getting a W. And of course, his face isn't even shown, his name isn't even Vegeta, so I guess that's kind of an L. And then the last one in the second class was the Supreme Kai of Time. This unit is an all-around amazing support. One would argue even better than Freaky Toa, because all allies key plus 3, 40%. Additional 12 defense and attack is at a great chance instead of 50. She also gives an additional critical hit boost, which is very underrated. And she heals at the end of the turn if an attack was received. Of course, she has no damage reduction. She has no dodge, so there is obviously inherent risk. But the all type support, I feel, offsets that. And because she doesn't have to adhere to any sort of Dragon Ball Heroes restriction, she can support any team that she is on. So that is why I think that she is a very valuable asset. Plus, she massively raises attack and defense. So if you can launch that multiple times, that could cover her a little bit more. And she can seal. So she's pretty good. And I put her in the second tier of characters. So yeah, she is pretty good. Now moving on to the last class of characters. These are kind of my hot takes. Also characters that if you really don't have anybody else to choose from, you could pick these up. And that is this right here. So we've got the Xeno Super Saiyan, or the Xeno, yeah, actually they are. Xeno Super Saiyan Goku, Xeno Super Saiyan Vegeta, and we've got the Roberu. So why did I pick these 3 characters? These 2 units right here are 40% supports to Goku's family and Vegeta's family, respectively. Those 2 categories, obviously, well, the Vegeta's family, I would say more, is in desperate need of help. So if you do have a Vegeta's family category team, you don't have enough support, you don't have enough synergy, this can kind of help glue the team together. Eventually, this unit will receive an EZA. These units are probably on pace to receive their EZAs next year, in fact. So if you don't want to pick them up this year, you could even get them next year. But if you do, I think that they will be the first category. No, they're not. We already got a bunch of those. Maybe they go beyond 50%. Maybe we get a 55% support. Who knows? I think these units are actually really good. They're fantastic for long form events because they both greatly stack attack and defense. Both have super battle road, fantastic abilities for that. They can stun, they can nerf, and then of course the support brings more synergy to your entire team. So I like them a lot. And then Roberu, why do I like her so much? She is actually good because she is, I believe, the only unit in Dragon Ball Heroes that gives you the ability to foresee super attacks. When it comes to Red Zone, when it comes to some of the marquee challenge events out there, being able to know where attacks are coming immensely changes the dynamic, the landscape of a particular turn. If you know that your attack is happening slot 1, frame 1, that will change your whole strategy. You can move your tank into slot 1, you can make the necessary precautions with items. It can completely change that whole turn, which is why I think this is a very useful ability. Granted, it is stupid that it is a great chance to do that, but still it's better than nothing. So the fact that she has this with a simple only one hero category ally restriction is actually pretty decent. So if you don't have too many heroes characters, if you just run this one with another heroes one, you can have the ability to potentially foresee attacks. She can heal you with orb, rainbow key spheres. She can change key spheres into rainbow to basically provide her own healing. She has a high chance to dodge, and she can seal super attacks. So she's also a really nice support, and she can facilitate an ability that is very much underrated. And I think that that should be pointed out because she has gotten me out of a lot of tight spots with that ability to see super attacks. So there you go. Those are my top 9 choices for units with the silver coin or the silver stones. Now, for me as a whale, I don't need any of those characters because I have them all. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going for the characters that I actually have the least amount of copies of. Believe it or not, I don't have everybody rainbowed. What? Yeah, I don't have Darkness Toa rainbowed. She is at 79%. I think Super Pycon is at 90%, and Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is also at 79%. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be picking up these characters with my silver stones, and then I will buy the rest with the blue coins. Again, don't forget, the blue coin shop is also a thing in this game. So if you are planning on buying characters with your silver stones, do not forget that you could also buy them with coins. And these coins are really only used for 3 things: heroes characters, Elder Kai exchanges for 10 coins a pop, or support characters. Now, the support characters are ancient relics of the past. They're not really relevant these days for, the monotype meta is gone, but at some point they will potentially be getting EZAs. If they do, they could very well come back, and they could be some of the best units out there to support. You've seen them on my nuking videos, so you know what they're about. And, some people will say, we don't have them, Toon. We never have them. Of course you don't, because they're never around. So if you are saving up for those support units, then feel free to not buy anybody from the blue coin shop. Save the blue coins for the support units, and instead, you can use the silver stones to pick up those characters. So just little food for thought there. Want to remind you guys of that fact. Everyone from Super Saiyan 3 Goku all the way back to the beginning, all of those units are available in the blue coin shop. So I'm going to actually, let me pull up my list here because I have my list of characters. So yeah, 2 AGL Darkness Toas, 1 Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, and 1 STR Pycon. So I'm going to buy, I think I'm just going to buy the Gotenks right here. So I'm just going to pick this one up right here. So that takes care of my Gotenks. So Gotenks is now rainbowed. And then I am going to go to the special Dragonstone 3, and then I'm going to pick up 2 copies of Darkness Toa. I can't do that. I've made a huge mistake. I completely forgot the thing that I told you guys in this video. All right, I'm going to buy 1 copy of Darkness Toa, and then I'm going to buy, well, there's another Toon L for you. And then I'm going to buy the Super Pycon. Where did he go? Did I miss it? Super Pycon. I did. All right, so let me pick him up. All right, and I will pick up a Xeno Goku because I do need more copies of him. So let me pick him up right there. All right, so that concludes the Silverstone section. Let me go back and buy, the other copy of the Darkness Toa. Man, I'm dumb. All right, so there we go. So now I've rainbowed every unit in Dragon Ball Heroes, all the way from the oldest units all the way to the new ones. Yes, I'm a whale. Yes, I'm very lucky. I know. I don't know what else to say. It is what it is. So I picked up all my units. Hopefully you guys can do the same. And again, if you are concerned about your blue coins, don't use them. Save them. Who knows? At some point, those support units might come back and become 70% supports. I don't know. it could get pretty crazy in the next couple of years with the power creep evolving as it is. That's it, guys. Hopefully you guys were able to pick up your units and it was not that difficult for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments which units you picked and why. Who is your sleeper pick? Who is your hot take? If you agree with my picks, is there one that you might think people would call you crazy for? What is that hot take? What is your obvious pick for, you know, the unit to choose with your silver stones? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know I'm going to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.